Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nyawera Mwendwa. If you're new here, karibu sana. This channel is about motherhood, spiritual growth and entrepreneurship. If you're coming again, asante. Remember to like, share and subscribe. We're back on our business series and we have a very interesting speaker today because her journey is quite different. She moved from being employed to self-employed, and this is a close friend of mine, a childhood friend, so we sort of know each other back to back, you know. And I decided to come to her premises to where her shop is, and she'll tell us more about what she does so that we can have a feeling of what goes around the business. And you could be outside there and you are employed, but you're so innovative, you have ideas, you probably have had plans and strategies about how you start your business, but you always grow cold feet. I assure you, by the end of the video, you'll get the courage to start what you want. So stay tuned, be inspired, and let's grow together. So karibu sana to this channel. We go a long way, like I was telling them. She's my childhood friend, like she literally knows my life, you know. You know those friends you walk your journey together in life. She's one of those, and she's really dear to me and her family. So I'm privileged for you to be in my channel today.
Thank you very much. I'm honored. I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so today, like I said, we want to talk about your journey into business. Walk with us through your journey and what you do, but more specifically introduce yourself. Tell us what inspired you to do this journey, and of course introduce your business to my viewers.
Hi, good people. My name is Mary Wanjiko Saidimu. Dire knows me as Chiko. As she said, we go way back from our primary school days when we were very, very young. And we thank God that God has blessed us up to this far with our friendship. I am married to one, William Saidimu Shompole, and I have 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. I run a business, Wilma Timber and Hardware. We are 2 years into this business so far, and what inspired me, I've always wanted to run my own business. I know from a young age, from the time I was employed, I used to do many side hustles. I've done a lot. So I knew there's a point in my life where I wanted to be my own boss, run my own thing, put my energy into something that I will build a legacy on. And that is what inspired me to start my business where I am right now. And so far, I thank God. Of course, there are challenges here and there, but we keep growing. Every day, we keep growing and learning new things in this journey.
You were so used to getting this high raise salary at the end of the month, and now you're venturing into self-employment. So how did you know that you're cut out for business? I mean, not everyone is cut out for business. So for you, how did you know?
I'd say that I started doing side hustles. I've done so many. I used to sell duvets before. I ran a kerosene shop before. There's so many things I used to do, and I felt if I put more energy in this one thing, then I'm sure I would grow into it. Of course, being paid is easy because you do your work, and either way you know that by the end of the month this is the amount you're getting. So it's very easy getting out of that comfort zone to where you are unsure of what you're doing. Is not an easy thing, but you just have to, if your passion drives you and you feel I know I can do this, then as I want. Of course, you just have to know. And you've had people say with business, it doesn't peak immediately. So you also have to have that at the back of your mind, knowing that it will not be immediately. You won't be a millionaire in a month or 1 year or 2 years. You have to have patience to see your business grow. Just the way you raise up your babies, the same thing. You need to nurture your business, give your all, give your effort, because you will see the rewards.
Wow, amazing. And so talk to us about the transition. How long were you employed? What field were you, so that guys can see the connection, if there is connection, and then tell us the transition. Was there a transition? Did you prepare for the transition? And if you did, talk to us about that.
Okay. I was employed for 9 years.
Wow.
9 years, one employer. I will not complain.
So loyal.
Yeah, one employer. Of course, I used to look for other jobs, but I never got. But for that one employer, I thank God because I got to also do my things and still work.
So what field was this?
I was in the medical field. I am a clinical officer by training. And so I was working at a hospital for 9 years, and then now after that, that is when I decided. Actually, when I got my second born, is when now I decided, and of course I had planned that I don't want to go back to employment after getting my second born baby. I knew the time had come because being employed for 9 years, I knew I wanted something else. I wanted growth and I wanted to move to something else. Yes.
And so the transition, how did you plan for the transition? In terms of family, did you bring your family on board? Did you plan? Did you save? What came into consideration as you planned to transition?
Well, I knew I wanted 2 years before. I started saving. Of course, as ladies, you have chamas, you have this. So I knew that I wanted a certain amount of money. Knowing, of course, with business, you have to know that you need, like they say, you need like 6 months savings because you're not sure the returns you will get. Because I was employed, I was getting good money. That one, I have not gotten there yet in my business, but I was getting good money, so it was easy for me to save. And so I saved and I was planning. Slowly by slowly, I was planning that this is the amount I'll have for every month. Like having a salary when you're not working. Imagine. You save that. The amount I was getting, I kept it, knowing for 6 months I will have, if it goes good, you thank God. If it is slow, you have something to back you up, because you need to know you need rent for your business. You need, of course, like the kind of work now I'm in, you need an employee because you can't do it on your own. You need to have that money. And of course, as a lady, you still need your own money. Of course, you need to check what you have. You have children to buy for them. I really wanted to be independent still as I start my business.
And even like you said, when you're transitioning, it doesn't mean that bills will stop. Bills will always be there. So what I'm getting from you is that you save. You just don't wake up and quit your work and just say I want to start into business and you have no finances, like you have nothing to back you up. Why move from medical field to construction?
Being a mother, I value family, and I wanted to go into something that will give me time with my children, with my family, seeing that I have young children, and of course when you have young children, they need your attention a lot. So I knew if I wanted to do a chemist or a hospital, it would demand a lot of time, and especially evening hours. So that was also in my options to go into medicine or something else. So hardware, because my background, my parents and my siblings are into the business, so I know the timings. I know it's a very flexible business to do. Doesn't mean that you don't need to be there, but at least the hours are really flexible, because I can close at 5 p.m. have time with my family, be a mother, spend time with my children and still do my business. So that is where I ventured into the hardware business.
What strategies did you implement for your business?
Coming into seeing that I was from a medical field, I didn't know everything about the hardware. So remember, I after this was after my maternity leave. That is when
after your second child.
After my second child. So when my second baby got to 3 months, I looked for a place for training, because this is a new field. You have to know what happens. So I went to a place where they had a hardware and a timber yard. I stayed there for 4 months. Just training, knowing this, because now you're going to another field altogether. So I used to go there as an employee, but of course they were just training me. Remember, I had saved, and then I had been paid also for the maternity leave. So you see, I was, at least I can't say that I was from a place where I didn't have anything. So I was trained for 4 months. That's where I got to know the things that are the nitty-gritties, from the suppliers to what you need to do, how do you need to talk to customers, because this is a different field altogether. And what you do to research, and at the same time as I was training, I used to research. Like you go, when we sell these things, you go and find out these things are needed. This season, people need this kind of thing in the hardware. People need this, all those construction materials that are needed. At what you get to learn, if a house is if it's from groundbreaking, what is needed all the way to the time the house is finished. So all those things. I was trained on them, and of course researching, like where we live, there are a lot of construction, because it's an area where people are building their own homes and flats are coming up. So you see, it was at least you're going into something where there's market. Market is ready. So yours is to just have the materials needed, and of course your customer service to bring these people on board. As I said, I was still researching for a place where to set up shop. Okay, so I used to, after I finish my training, I'd go and see, because you have to look at where the strategic place where you want to put up your business. So that is what I used to do. So by the time I was finishing the 4 months, I knew where I wanted to set up shop. So it was just from there to now, coming in, setting your place. It's always good, and of course it's always good to have a mentor, because when you're stuck, you can call them. Like they have been with me, they have worked with me. They send me, if they have customers that they can't handle, they send me these customers. So that is how I've come to grow. So having a mentor is also something that you need, especially if you're going into a field where you don't know so much about, because someone can come, a customer can come and ask for something that I don't know. So I will just call and ask them, what is this? And then they'll tell me where to get it, or they send it to me. That's the beauty of having a mentor. And I appreciate that they gave me everything that I needed to know about this business. So I didn't come in green. I didn't just wake up and say, this is what I want. Yes, I did my research, I did my training, and then I set up shop.
Amazing. What were your expectations even as you started your business, and did you face any challenges? And in terms of expectations, did it match up with probably what you were getting, and now you've started a business? What was it like? Was there a break even?
Wow. If I remember when I started the business, well, I must say that it didn't bring the returns I expected immediately. Because now you take time before people get to know you, before people get to trust you, before people get to know that you know what you're doing. Because with this business, you need to know what you're doing. When they tell you we're in this level of construction, they need to know that you understand what they need, especially as a lady, because this is a man's industry. This is a man's industry, and you deal with a lot of men with this industry, because these are fundis who are coming to you, so they need to know that you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So the first few months, I must say, they were very challenging, because that's where now you're trying to build rapport with your customers, so they won't come every day. So there's a day you're not getting that which you want, the amount of money you had written down that you expect to get this by this day, you get disappointed. But as we said, that with business you need to have saved, so that if the first month, second month, third month, fourth month you don't get what you want, you are still resilient, you are still doing it, because you know that there's a point where you will come and break even. So of course with business, today you sell, tomorrow you don't. Today you get a good customer who will give you business for like a month, the next month you don't. So these are the challenges that we face, that today you're having money, tomorrow you don't. So you need to, whatever you get, you need to plan for it, so that if next month you don't get the amount you needed, this one will boost you to the following month.
So of course it's not guaranteed.
Yes, it's not it's not like a salary, as you said. You know, with a salary you're sure this amount of money I will get.
You actually even plan for it.
You plan this. If you want to go to a vacation, you know, with this salary I will go. But with this one, it's not as much. But and as we said, because you're only 2 years, so we are growing slowly by slowly. I must say that expectations, not as much.
Okay.
What I expected is not what I've gotten up till now,
Okay.
but I cannot complain because there is growth.
Yes, you've seen
From
growth.
this month to the next month, you see a gradual growth. Yes, and of course there are challenges with the market, especially now with COVID, because the materials that you need, the items that you need, they come at a higher price. So there are things that even as you create a rapport with customers, someone will come and ask you a certain item you have forgotten, maybe something used for plumbing, because there are very many and they are very small and they look alike, so you're like, that one. Let me consult. So this one, someone sees as if you're not serious with your business.
And even you may find customers who are not patient.
Who are not patient, yes. Sometimes you ask for an item. Remember, you have now to know things, how much they cost, and there are so many. So you need to keep referring. You tell them, let me see. It's this one. So they're like, this person is not serious with her work. Yeah, but those are the challenges. But with time, as long as they keep asking them, now you keep learning, because there's so many things.
Familiar.
Yes, there's so many things in our hardware, so many things in our yard that you need to know. Then there are issues with suppliers. Sometimes you ask for items they don't bring. You have to use your own cash for transport. So you see that whatever you are getting as profit, you use it for, you use it as transport money and all those things. So there are those challenges, but with time, now you keep you make sure that everything you need is there, and if it's almost running out, you ask for it. You don't wait until you don't have, then because suppliers will let you down. If a client comes and asks for quotation that requires so many items at a go, and you see you can't keep all those because this is a lot of money we are talking about. So you call your supplier and you tell them, I need this and this by 8 o'clock in the morning, because the client will come and pick them at 8 o'clock. Then they let you down.
They don't show.
So you've already disappointed your client. You've lost a client, and remember, they will badmouth you because they say if you go there, that person is not reliable. So you need to work on that. You need to make sure that whatever is needed, and then you know how to deal with your suppliers, so that if this one is letting you down, you have someone else who can.
Backup,
yes, you always have backup. Exactly. Yeah. So those are the challenges, and of course, money-wise, the first month you don't get, the second you get. This month is better than the next. But of course, with every month, as you look at your books, you see gradual growth. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So amazing. I'm just blown by your experience, So you've talked about your challenges, your expectations. Talk to us about your aha moment.
My aha moment, I will not say it's like one moment that but things, the sequence of events that make you know that you have achieved that which you wanted to do. Like you see in a hospital, you meet a client, they tell you their problem, you solve it, and they are gone. With this industry, you meet a client and they need to come back every other day. Like if you get one client, can be your customer for 3, even 4 months until they are done. For example, take an example, you want to build a house. So if your fundi comes to my hardware, your fundi will be my customer until your house is done. So that's a long time.
It's true.
It's 2, 3 months, 4 months. If it's a big building, 6 months. So when we get such kind of customers, then you know you have achieved that which you wanted. Also, that the business has given me more time with my family, because I've set up business not very far from home.
Oh wow.
Because before I used to wake up really early and travel all the way to my place of work and come back home very late. So with this business, at least I have time with my children, because I don't wake up so early. I'm able to prepare my children to go to school, which is so fulfilling, and also be with them to do their homework in the evening. So if I'm able to balance my family and my business, I'd say that's my aha moment. Yes, it's really fulfilling. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
So talk to us about what incremental steps have you taken for the growth of your business?
Well, I will say with business, you need, I'll say, empowerment of my employee, that he can run the business when I'm not there, because I
Yes.
will not be here throughout. So making them own and feel that ownership, that sense of ownership, so
Yes.
that he can run the business when I'm not there. He can create that confidence with the clients when I'm not there. And also trying to grow with every month. The amount you get in terms of profit, you get something that you have not stocked. As I said, a hardware it requires a lot of things. Yes, a hardware requires a lot of capital.
Okay.
You can't say that you have everything in your shop. So what I do is with every month I get to increase stock. So a certain percentage of my profit will go into building the business, so that you're not in the same level you were in some months
Amazing,
before. Whatever you were asked that you didn't have, you're able to stock that item. Learning new things. Of course, we're in a digital era,
Yeah.
so you need to
yeah,
market.
marketing.
So marketing my business, meaning if there's a place where I see there's a mjengo coming up,
Yeah.
I go there
Oh,
and
yeah,
market my
introduce
business.
yourself,
Yes,
yeah.
market my business so that you increase your client base. Yeah, that is what I'd say about that. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, like you said about marketing, I mean, it's the core of business, you
Yes,
know. If
yes,
you
you
don't
need
talk
to.
about your work or your business, then no one gets to
No one
actually
knows.
find you or
Yes.
know you, apart from the same customers.
That is
and like
true.
you said, you have to increase your client base, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
So what are your parting shots? I mean, there's someone outside there who's employed and probably have these ideas, and they probably even set plans, you know, but they have a cold feet. Others, there could be someone who wants to start, but is a bit not sure
course.
of what to venture in, you know.
I'd say that you need to save. Remember, with business, there's so many, especially COVID has taught us a lot.
Yeah,
COVID
oh, yeah.
has taught us a lot. So you need to save. If you're employed, make sure you're saving. Save, save, and save, and save. I cannot insist more on that. And then you always get cold feet. Even before I started, the first day I was like, do I really want to do this? And you get disappointed with business.
Okay.
You need to be resilient. You need to have patience. And remember, don't give up. If you have set up mind that I want to do this, you know, even if it's going down, you're still sticking to business. You keep growing. Learn from your mistakes. You will never be 100% of what you're doing. You keep learning from your mistake. Then you also need a lot of discipline. Especially the first years, you need to give so much into your business. Business is very jealous. You will not get time to be with your friends.
Oh,
You will
yeah.
not
Social
be,
life will not be
yes,
the
you will
same.
not be in every event.
Oh, okay.
You will not be in every baby shower. You will not be in every wedding. You will not be, because you need to build your business. So you need to know, I'm sacrificing this years until it becomes stable, until you're able now to move, and you've trained your employees so that they can take over from you when you're not around. So you need to really give your business everything, your all. If it's waking up the way you were employed, if you are waking up at 5, make sure to be sure so that you are at work by 8. You do the same. You become very disciplined, and you need to know how to use your money well. Whatever you get, it's not for you. If you get a certain amount, let's say if you get 10,000 as your profit, you don't use the whole 10,000 on yourself. You need to give back to your business for it to grow. So if you have passion of something that you want to do, just do it. Wake up and just do it. Plan for it and not give up.
Amazing. Really good nuggets to take away.
Thank you.
Wow. So remember, nothing starts until you start.
Very true.
And also be patient to start small while you think big. So thank you so much for coming to my channel.
I was so honored to be here. Thank you.
Karibu.
Thank you for considering me.
Oh,
Thank
we
you.
go a long way.
Thank you.
I hope you've been blessed. I hope you've been inspired, and I hope you've been provoked. Go start your business. Start where you are with what you have, and commit it to God.
Very
Okay?
true.
So till we meet again, it's
Adios.
adios.